how the underdogs will cause the first major upsets of the FIFA World Cup 2026. Today we're breaking down Mexico versus South Africa, looking at form, tactics, injuries, momentum, betting value, and where the real potential upset could be. Because on paper it looks simple, but the numbers tell a very different story. Let's get into it. Now, when it comes to game-changing players, this match has quality on both sides. For Mexico, Raúl Jiménez remains the biggest attacking danger. His positioning, finishing, and experience make him lethal inside the box. And behind him, Edson Alvarez, who will be crucial in the midfield. If he controls the tempo, Mexico will likely control the match. For South Africa, Lyle Foster brings that Premier League level pace and direct attacking threat. If Mexico pushes too high defensively, Foster could become very dangerous on the counter. And then there's Ronwen Williams. In matches like these, goalkeepers can completely change everything. And if Williams has a big performance, South Africa causing a major upset suddenly becomes very real. From a squad perspective, both teams look relatively stable heading into the opener, with only a minor fitness concern for South Africa, which means maintaining defensive organisation over 90 minutes could become challenging. Looking at recent form, Mexico have looked far more consistent overall. They've controlled possession well, created more chances, and looked defensively organised in most of their recent matches. South Africa, meanwhile, have shown flashes of quality, but their performance have been far more unpredictable against stronger opposition. And that inconsistency could become a major factor in a high-pressure World Cup match. Tactically, Mexico will likely control possession and press aggressively through the midfield. But South Africa's compact 4-2-3-1 setup could make them dangerous in transition. If Bafana can absorb the early pressure, Lyle Foster's pace on the counter-attack could become a serious problem, and this could easily create a deciding moment within the match. Now, here's where the upset scenario bettors need to watch carefully. If South Africa scores first, the entire pressure dynamic of this match will change. Mexico will then be forced to push higher up the pitch, leaving more space exposed behind their defensive line. And that's exactly where South Africa can become dangerous through quick counterattacks and direct transitional football. For live bettors, this could create massive value opportunities if momentum suddenly shifts during the first half. Interestingly, the last World Cup meeting between these sides came back in 2010, ending in a 1-1 draw on South African soil. And while Mexico entered this match as favourites, the results still shows South Africa is an underdog capable of competing on the big stage. Statistically, most indicators lean towards Mexico. They've created far more chances recently, controlled possession better, and looked more consistent defensively against stronger opposition. But one statistic stands out. South Africa has become extremely dangerous when scoring first, and if Bafana gain early momentum, this match could be far more uncomfortable for Mexico than many expect. Looking at the overall risk meter, I'd rate this as a medium risk fixture with Mexico to win with a 68% confidence. Yes, Mexico enters as favourites on paper, but World Cup matches are rarely that simple, especially if South Africa gains momentum early. And with that all said, my final prediction for South Africa versus Mexico is Mexico with a win 2-0. I think South Africa will be challenging, but over 90 minutes, Mexico simply looks far more balanced, more experienced, and more tactically stable. And eventually, their midfield control and attacking quality should start making the difference. From a betting perspective, the safest option is probably Mexico to win, but the main value tip for this match is Mexico to win and under 3.5 goals. Especially considering Mexico's control-based style and South Africa likely being compact in the defensive setup. And overall, this feels more like a tight tactical battle more than a high-scoring game. So overall, Mexico enters this match as deserved favourites, but South Africa absolutely have the ability to make this uncomfortable if momentum swings their way. Comment your predictions below, subscribe for more World Cup predictions, turn on the notifications to never miss a match, enjoy the game and bet smart.